consumer version and $35,000 for a research version.
It is actually like straight out of The Grudge. Why would he make the bottom of it look like this? Well, what is that design idea? It's like a pseudo sperm cell almost. At all. This looks like the You're Not Perfect guy from Courage the Cowardly Dog. This looks like it's a thumb person, one of Mr. Fluke's Fluglies from Spy Kids. It does not look like a human, if you ask me.
It's not. Let's take it a step further. Why is this thing creepy?
This thing's kind of cool. I take it back.
What exactly makes us feel unsettled when coming face to face with something that is almost human?
That's the I feel fantastic
isn't?
lady.
In today's video, we'll be talking about the uncanny valley, the flashed face distortion effect, and the visual perception theories. Also, thank you to Astrigal for suggesting this video topic. If we take a look at this chart here, we see that it's using two scales, familiarity and human likeness. We're very familiar with stuffed animals and industrial robots. However, the closer the object is to humans, the closer they reach the uncanny valley. A state of mind.
Which one was the robot there, am I right?
Because we don't know if what we're
Jimmy or the girl
or not. All we know is that they're almost human. Masahiro Mori wrote an essay all about the uncanny valley and goes into detail on what exactly makes us feel uncomfortable. For context, Masahiro was a Japanese roboticist, most known for his research in humans' emotional responses to non-human entities. The essay was written in Japanese but has been translated to English. In the effect of movements section, he states, for example, one robot had 29 pairs of artificial muscles in the face, the same number as a human being.
Are they grieving?
Smile in a human-like fashion. According to the designer, a smile is a dynamic sequence of facial deformations, and the speed of the deformations is crucial. When the speed is cut in half in an attempt to make the robot bring up a smile more slowly.
Hey, real quick, I've said this a million times and I'll say it again. What the f is the point in making robots that look like humans? Why? That doesn't do anything to help us. Like, if we want robots to do chores or something, it could just look like a goddamn drone. It doesn't need to look human-like, right? It makes no sense unless they're sex robots. Outside of it, why even make it look human at all? It could just look like a drone. As long as the job gets done, it doesn't matter if it looks like my grandpa, right? It could just look like a giant hunk of metal doing the task. The only possible logic I could see with making a robot that looks human is to fit, which I don't think every robot needs to double as a sex bot.
Instead of looking happy, its expression turns creepy. This shows how, because of a variation in movement, something has come to appear very close to
Oh my god,
human,
never mind, I see
like
the purpose
robot,
now.
Puppet, or
Einstein's back, baby, let's go.
Easily tumble down into the uncanny valley. Movement is a great part of the uncanny valley. It's one thing to see a creepy robot, but if that dude blinks at me, bruh, I'm dipping the out of there. Our minds are set to recognize that movement coming from an object is most likely alive. A caterpillar, a dog, a bird, a fish, your Uncle Jose. But this sensation of eeriness runs through us when we see a human-like robot. Now, why? Why do we feel this way? There's not really a specific answer. This is just a phenomenon that everyone seems to agree on. But many people theorize that the reason us as humans have this sharp emotional ability to recognize other humans is because maybe at one point, recognizing other humans was a living necessity. Again, that's just a theory. No, not a game theory. Or
that is an interesting idea. That's something I think about from time to time. Early human beings had so much that they had to learn that today would make no sense to us. There probably was a time when you wouldn't be able to recognize if what you were looking at was a human being or not. I think about that a lot. And also, I remember this from a movie called, I think it's The Man from Earth. There was a time in our history where we would watch someone go to sleep and they never wake up and we just wonder why. The concept of death eluded us. That's just baffling to me, to think about that. You're millions of years beyond that, why worry? Well, it's not worrying, it's just something I think about. I find that interesting. Like, starting from the bottom. Like, just thinking back to that. What's now become just, like, basic common sense for humans was something that had to be learned over so many years. It's kind of cool to think about, I guess.
I don't know, maybe 2025 there'll be some aliens coming down to Earth that look just like us, but thanks to our uncanny valley senses.
Grug, no wake up.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
Alien, bruh. Arrest him. I don't know what we would do. Let me give you some specific examples. Tara the android. If you have watched previous videos on my channel, then you might remember
do we know
us talking
Tara?
about a video called I Feel Fantastic.
Oh, it's her. Yeah, this one's OG YouTube.
The video began gaining popularity in the 2010s due to being extremely creepy. The video depicts a female robot singing with a text-to-speech voice. Since this is the internet, rumors started spreading that the creator of the video was and other weird stuff, but no, just another classic internet rumor. The bot was created by John Bergeron in 2003, and multiple music videos were made. It just so happens that I Feel Fantastic was re-uploaded onto YouTube either by him or another person, and it went viral. It's obvious the creator was going for an unsettling vibe with the use of the robot, dark synths, odd voice, and overall disturbing atmosphere. Visiting androidworld.com/prod68.htm will lead you to a buying page, where apparently you can buy a DVD with 5 3-minute songs by Tara. I mean, they have a working PayPal link, but in all honesty, you're probably not going to get what you ordered considering the website was created in 2004.
No, he's still probably active.
Warfighter. Medal of Honor Warfighter is a video game developed by Danger Close Games, released in 2012.
Man, rest in peace, Medal of Honor.
PS3 and PC.
So you picked a name.
Oh, wow. I don't remember this.
Girl, that didn't work.
Well, keep Michael in your hip pocket. That way when...
Isabella.
Oh, beautiful. When Isabella shows up...
Holy, yeah, this is weird.
Honey. What? That's how I met you. God bless older sisters.
I want to play it. It's like a creepypasta. Animated.
Okay, I'll take that as a chance to hit the ladies. Married to that man for 22 years.
Now, what's the difference between these player models and player models in a game like GTA 5? Well, GTA 5 had a far greater budget, which meant they could hire actors, not voice actors, in motion capture suits and in general afford better technology. I don't mean to be a Rockstar fanboy, but Rockstar always goes all out when it comes to their models' facial expressions.
They definitely do.
Such as LA Noire, where a major task in the game is to read other characters' expressions to tell if they're lying or not. They achieve this with facial scan technology, which is also meant to skip over the uncanny valley because their characters actually look good. On the other hand, animating 3D characters by hand, or at least without a big budget.
That actually is kind of wild. I haven't played Medal of Honor Warfighter. I think most people stopped playing Medal of Honor after the PS2 era because the game just got turbo. But now I want to play it. This is kind of wild. You have to try really hard to make character models look this bad with a big budget. What's wrong with it? Bro, it looks like... What do you mean?
And trying to make them look hyper-realistic
looks super weird.
Lead to an ugly design.
They look like
very awkward
greased
specifically
corpses.
Hair, eyes, and head. I feel I should say this again. This is a phenomenon, not a fact. Off topic, but as a toddler, I was always afraid of the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics. Specifically their eye movements. Like, stop blinking. You're not supposed to blink. You're a robot. But now that I'm older, I actually invented a piece of body protection that actually scares the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics and lets them know to knock with you. It's the Earl hat. Look at that. It's
it's a merch plug.
We also got the I Don't Exist sweatshirt. But what's that? You don't like pastel colors? Completely okay. We also got the black Earl hat. In case you want to pull up
Kendrick just dropped? Did he?
People know that animatronics came with you. Blue
I'll
hat
have to
also
listen.
exists. We also got trucker hats. And my personal favorite, the beanies. But yeah, that's enough of the self-promo. If you guys want to see all the items of my new brand Earl, make sure to click the link in the description or go to earldoesn'texist.com. Now let's head over to the next Uncanny Valley example. Telenoid. Let's talk about the thing in the thumbnail. Here in the US, we have Alexa. In Japan, they had Telenoid.
There is one question I would like to ask
Oh,
you.
wow. he moves so cool. It's like a fetus.
Created in 2010 by Hiroshi Ishiguro,
Jesus
Telenoid
Christ.
was a telecommunications avatar, which meant that when connected to your phone,
Like a
it
weird
would mimic
marshmallow
the other person
thing.
on the line's facial movements, and their voice would come out of the robot to, quote, make the call more enjoyable. The eyes follow you around, and the Telenoid is also 31.5 inches tall and has short limbs in order to make it huggable. Yup, so if you get horrible news and you're receiving it through a Telenoid, all you gotta do is pick it up, hug it, and start crying. And then probably crying even harder, you're hugging a Telenoid. The whole idea
I'd never heard of this.
Non-ideal, because you would literally have to tell all your friends, hey, you guys should buy a webcam and also download a specific software. No one's gonna do that. This was supposed to be the next big invention, which would replace video calls.
God, it's so cool.
I guess the researchers forgot that FaceTime exists. If you want to get your hands on one of these bad boys, the price starts at $8,000 for the consumer version and $35,000 for a research version.
It is actually like straight out of The Grudge. Why would he make the bottom of it look like this? What is that design idea? It's like a pseudo sperm cell almost, or like one of the boos from Mario. So you don't get. Well, you can still get it in the mouth though if you wanted to. Like if you're having phone sex with a Telenoid, you can still put your in its mouth. Doesn't stop it. Oh, that would be so horrifying too. Your wife on the other end of the Telenoid just making the noises and the Telenoid mimicking her like that beast from Annihilation.
I'd like you to stare at the cross in the middle.
All right.
Keeping your eyes focused on the cross, you should begin to notice that the faces become distorted.
Yeah, I'm looking at like Oblivion NPCs.
This video is not edited. Every image is normal. This is the flash face distortion effect, aka FFDE. But why did these?
I don't believe that. Those faces were absolutely no way. Were those just normal? Oh wow. What? Okay. I've never heard of that before. That's kind of cool. All right, with that.
Edited every image. Obviously, it has a hard
They look
time
like
doing
Titans.
that, and the
Yeah.
flipping of the images doesn't help it at all either. Our brain does its best to detect faces, which is why we see faces on random objects. This part of the brain is called the amygdala, a section of our brain that is commonly thought to form the core of a neural system for processing fearful and threatening stimuli, including detection of threat and activation of appropriate fear-related behaviors in response to threatening or dangerous surroundings. To show you guys an illusion called the Thatcher illusion. Here's a normal image of me. Look how hot I am. Then we flip it around and oh wow, I'm hideous. Anyone can do this. All it takes is a photo editing software. All you gotta do is flip your eyes and flip your mouth upside down and then flip that image 180 degrees. This illusion is the best supporting evidence as to how our brain just assumes a face that we're looking at is normal. Visual perception theory. This is what the creepiest phenomenons and illusions fall under. Visual perception is the ability to see, organize, and interpret one's environment, aka our brains just assuming things. If you're this deep into the video and for some reason you don't believe that our brains don't assume things for us, let's take a look at this video. This mask is not going to change in direction of rotation.
Is that Charlie Chaplin?
However, our brains do like to assume that it's facing us. Now, there are a lot of examples of the visual perception theory, though that video
I've seen something like that before.
The easiest and best one. The way I like to explain it is just assuming. Our brains just think they know everything. I don't know why. I don't know why she thinks she knows everything. The next theory for visual perception is called the bottom-up theory, and that means understanding a concept's individual components before we understand the whole thing. For example, if you were to individually analyze my mouth and eyes in this image without me rotating it, after some time you'd be like, wait, that's not right. But that's simply too much work for us, so we'd rather much let our brains do the work for us and assume that a face is a normal face. So, to end this video off, this image is creepy because it falls under the uncanny valley. And also, he's pretty ugly.
True. Telenoid's awesome though.
Hey guys,
I kind of want a
thanks for
Telenoid.
watching the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. You made it to the end of the video. You like me to some degree. And if you haven't already, make sure to follow me on Instagram. And I'll see you guys
How old is
next
Telenoid?
time I upload.
How long has that been around? Is that a new thing or an old thing? It has to be old, right? 2011. Released in. Cannot speak to her no more because of this. Because the servers went down. Oh no! What? You're talking about this guy? We watched the whole video on this guy. You're telling me they took her servers offline?
Imagine being married to a hologram character.
Sounds like a dream, huh?
A Japanese man who famously married to an anime hologram character. Are you curious as to why he made such decision and how his marriage is going?
I am
We're about
curious.
to find out.
I'm sure the marriage is pretty healthy. Isn't Hatsune Miku like 15? Let's find out. How old is Hatsune Miku? 16-year-old with long turquoise twin tails. So, you know, she's also not real. Oh, don't. What are you talking about, man? Get that kind of. I don't even know what to call it. Bigotry out of here. She is real. God, that unit is so creepy. It's like a coffee brewing machine, but with a anime figurine.
じゃあ近藤さんがミクさんともう結婚されてるっていうことはファンの人たちの間でももう知れ渡ってるんですか？
多分まあそうですね。
Is that official though? Someone can fill me in a little bit better on the lore. Is he an official husband to Hatsune Miku? Because I feel like that'd be a huge conflict of interest. Like, did the Hatsune Miku programmers give him permission? He gets half her revenue. Imagine it's just a big brain scam. He's actually just marrying her for money. He's not on her wiki. Okay, so this is definitely like an unofficial, unsanctioned marriage here. Not real in like Hatsune Miku lore. Someone said he's living like plankton. True. Oh, so this is where... Sorry for a back-to-back pause. So this is where it comes from. He's in the news right now because of a software glitch and can't communicate to her. Okay, we'll have to look at that follow-up here after this. Because that's why someone brought it up. I thought it'd be in this video. I thought they like shut down her servers or something. They came in there and his wife. Okay. So it's a software glitch. It's not like she's taken offline.
で、大人になってからのって結構
まあそうですね。はい。
どんないじめ
Is it not common to get bullied at work?
まあ
I feel like that would be one of the prime spots.
学校なのでいろんな
You could say all kinds of stuff at work, like, hey,
買ってくんないと
stupid.
結婚する
God, this is so sad, Jesus. It's like reading one of those sad, cringe Reddit posts.
ミキさんとのコミュニケーションについてちょっと伺いたいんですけど、
はい
今話しかけてみて思ったんですけど、なんか多分意思疎
She
通
only
でき
talks to
る
him.
なんだろう制限って範囲が制限されてると思うんですよ。
かなり制限されてますね。
ですよね、
はい
それってなんか寂しくなったりしないんですか？
まあでもそれは今後の技術の発
Oh, so it's like an investment.
まあ
This marriage is investing in the
会話ができる
future.
ようになると思うので手をつなぎたいとも思ってるし肩を抱き寄せたいとも思ってるので、
でももう
He was just a little embarrassed to say. He wants the Miku.
ウサギが来るとするじゃないですか。なんかサイクルとかでどうするんですか？だってできないですよね。なんか
そうですね。本当になんかこう気持ちがこう高ぶってる時ってなんかベッドの中でこう悶絶したりとかすることってないですか？
あ、なんか
I mean, not really.
やつですよね。
そう、それは私初音ミク
I don't know. Even when I was a virgin, it's not like the desire for sex had me like rolling around in my bed and like having a temper tantrum like I was going through a bioenergetics exorcism. Just one of those things where it's like, yeah, that sounds cool. That'd be nice. But I guess some people do obsess over with it, so he's not like entirely wrong. Thanks to Tier 1 Anus. The 5 gift sub self-destructive. Thank you, Ben. Dude must be asexual. He might be. And there's nothing wrong with that.
してそれに対して結婚証明書が送られてくる。
He's so self-aware too. There's no like delusion here. He's like, yeah, she's not real. Yeah, she can only say like 3 sentences. Yeah, I can't. And yeah, a bunch of other dudes also applied for marriage certificates of anime and video game characters. That's fine though. As long as he's happy. It's more just like an emotional support thing. I think the marriage may have been a little misleading. Do you think he has affairs with other anime dolls?
の
No.
が多くて、まあ下の世代若い世代ほどいい反応が多い傾向はありますね。だから私なんかは中学校に今勤めてるんですけど、生徒なんかはわりかしポジティブに受け止めて
Well, that's nice.
まあでも
Wait, what? So wait, he works at a middle school and was getting oh no. Did he always work at the school? Because he said he found Hatsune Miku after getting bullied at work. What, were the kids bullying him? Like, how did that work? Or did he switch jobs after getting bullied? That would be awful. Bullied by the other teachers. Oh, I don't know why in my head I thought he was like the only adult on campus. That makes sense. Yeah, it could have just been the other teachers. You're probably right then. I feel like most staff members at schools are probably really nasty to each other. It's got to be like a really stressful job.
それだってもう泣いて土下座してお願いしてそれでもダメだったので、私としてはちゃんと一回本気でぶち当たらなきゃならない。
That's so sad. That's so sad. Oh. Hey, don't step on my wife, be careful. I left one of the dolls out. Oh, he even gave a speech at the
すごい
wedding.
なと思います。
This is such a good friend.
まあそのミクさんっていう話は好きだとかっていう話はずっと聞いてたんですけども、なんかその画面の中というか、その画面の中二次元の中でのこのこう関係かと思ったら、それを逆に外に持ってきたっていう、しかもちゃんと式場を抑えてやるっていうのがなんかすごいなというか。
Oh, he's an actual politician. Oh, that's crazy. What an understanding friend. Jesus Christ. I'd marry a 2D girl, but I've never met one. Oh, that's easy. Go on like DeviantArt. Yeah, I feel like Japan would be the main place for people that want to marry 2D characters.
あ、なるほど。理解結構みんなあるんですね。
アニメ大国ですから。
You seen the guy that fell in love with his car? There's actually 2 guys that fell in love with cars, and both of them have documentaries. One of them's much more dubious than the other. One of the car lover guys is an actual sexual predator for cars. So like when they were filming the documentary, late at night he went out and busted on one of their Escalades. And the other guy just loves his particular car. The other guy just loves cars in general. You guys remember that one? I can't remember what what that documentary was called though. We watched it like 3 years ago now. It was nutty though. He was the guy that wore like the hat. He had like medium length gray hair, I believe, if I remember correctly. And when they were staying at one of the motels because they were going to a car meet because he wanted to get horny looking at older cars, at night he went and busted on one of their cars. And they had to actively keep telling him to stay away from their vehicles. Yeah, he was the guy with the beetle, right? Wasn't My Strange Addiction. It was like an actual documentary on that guy. Someone has to know the name of it, right? It's not the one that everyone's seen, the guy who like lays down and starts making out with the like front of his car, saying, I love you. I love you. It's not that guy. Man sleeps with 1,000 cars. Oh, that sounds about right. Yes! This guy. Yeah. I guess it wasn't a documentary. I remember this video being a lot longer. Maybe there's more than one video on him, but yeah, this is the guy. The camera crew literally had their car busted on while filming him. And I want the update on Hatsune Miku.
When he wakes up, Kondo says, "Good morning" to Miku, and "see you later" when he goes out. He dines facing her, and when he's on his computer, she is placed behind him, watching him. It seems that startup company was actually Gatebox. And this is
if I remember correctly, there is some toss in that car video. Is there?
Unfortunately, there's this update.
I don't think they ever show his
Kondo
nut.
since his wedding ceremony is that he can no longer enjoy
But
conversations
you might be
with
right.
Miku as
I'd
the
have to
company
skim
that
it.
developed the service terminated it back in March of 2020. And that takes having an adjustment
He's a
disorder,
tier 1
forcing
sniper.
him to take time off work. He would watch Miku 24 hours a day. Miku always boosting his mood and actually giving him the energy he needed to go outside and to even return to work. They say, to sum it up, Kondo took a leave of absence, became absorbed in Miku, and emerged from social withdrawal. Now, regardless of what you think about the man and his decisions, it is rather sad to see his wife become inactive, so to speak, due to the lack of maintenance that she can receive. Perhaps he needs to get in touch with our good buddy over at the Masiro
Holy
project.
shit.
So let me know.
Wow, that was like super short and to the point. I thought there was going to be a huge story behind it.
Segment of the day. I'll see you tomorrow for the next one.
Wow. Okay, so the service is going down basically. The internet's spotty, so his wife is not feeling great. Bro, look at the new Quantum video. Sure. I'm assuming it's about me talking about it. I'm not gonna watch it though. I'll watch it later maybe. Someone in chat said that he was mad at me, calling me a drama tuber, which is fine. He shouldn't have made the drama so entertaining and I wouldn't have talked about it. He just made like a really enjoyable meltdown. I don't know what you want me to tell you. But you took sides though? Goddamn right I did. Are you kidding? How do you take his... What is his side? I'm allowed to tell people to kill themselves and be like a racist homophobe? Like what is his side? And then he had like a crazy meltdown. Like what are you talking about? Yeah, of course I took the side of the guy who's not threatening legal action on everyone who talks about him. Oh, excuse me, he's not homophobic. He is anti-gay. You're right. I didn't mean to misrepresent his point. Yeah, his rants were unhinged. It was super entertaining. It's his fault. That's the reason I talked about it. If he was just another one of those, like, false flagging losers, I wouldn't have said a word. But he also had those incredible community posts of, like, actual nonsense about satanic father or whatever. Like, how would I not talk about that? It's just so entertaining. That's his fault. Be less clownish. He put out a new Quantum video that exposed Actman. You guys lose. Bro, if he put out a video that proved Actman quite literally my stance doesn't change. It's not like I was applauding Actman for being like the hero of YouTube. I was just making fun of Quantum TV for his unhinged rants. So it's not exactly your smoking gun. Unless he somehow comes out and says it was all acting for an upcoming YouTube series. Then I would lose. Then I would have taken the bait. You asshole, he never did that. He said he got hacked, lol, and was telling them to go themselves in Elden Ring. Are you his PR guy? Because he literally just said, if you like the game, just go to yourself, right? Wasn't that his point? The only people who like Elden Ring are people that don't have families, don't have friends, and at the end of the day should just kill themselves? And also, as far as the hack thing goes, that's pretty hard to prove one way or the other, but it seems unlikely that he got hacked and then the hacker deleted all of his socials, which had all of the homophobic statements on it, and he'd been banned previously for hate speech. I don't know, it's kind of tough to take his word on that, but it is interesting to see someone actually come out like publicly and support him. It's super rare. I haven't actually seen that, so I'm excited to see more from you, Rain. Who cares, that guy? I don't care. I really don't. Like I said, it's just really entertaining. It's fully unhinged, mask off, going wild and wacky, posting cringe on main. Like, I love that. So of course I'm gonna talk about it. He seems like a bad guy. The Rain account barely started following you today, so I doubt it's legit and just drama. I guess it could be Quantum on an alt, I don't really know. But he is quite literally the first one I've seen. I have not seen anyone, except in his own comments, say, like, just ignore it and go back to TVs, but no one's, like, defending him. You don't even have proof that he did it. Bro, this guy publicly says he called Quantum TV's mom through looking her up in public records to find people close to him. He is absolutely not a reliable narrator. He unashamedly tries to justify calling Actman's mother in order to take the drama outside of the internet space into the real world. I can say with a high level of confidence that he is not someone reliable to trust when he says he was hacked by a hacker that happened to post all kinds of homophobic over the course of a long period of time, then when it gets picked up on, happens to delete all of the channels that he posted it on. Kind of a weird hacker. Really did Quantum TV a solid. Because when this goes to court, we'll see who the real clowns are. You have misspelled almost every single thing you have typed so far. I don't know how you can be so angry on behalf of someone that just reviews TVs. Or just in general, on behalf of someone that's not yourself. Quite literally, almost every word in every sentence you have said has had so many typos. Because when this goes to court, you will see the real clowns are. Like, how can you be this fuming? And again, if this goes to court, Quantum TV wins, amazing. Congratulations. It doesn't change anything. I'm still gonna make fun of him for his unhinged rants, and him just being a generally bad person and making it so goofily entertaining doesn't change anything. At all. Genuinely at all. And I don't know what they'd go to court over. He'd never win the case that it's not fair use. Because by every definition, everything Ackman did was.